Hello, it is like 10 to 6 in the morning and I'm off down to London. I'm going to Adobe Max, which is very exciting, but I have to do it in a day because it's his birthday tomorrow. So I wanted to get down there super early, which still only gets me there just in time, and then come back straight after. So let's go and have a day in London at Adobe Max. I have made it, despite that very tricky connection. Well, tricky, it was just short, wasn't it? But I am in North Greenwich, and they've got people with signs. How handy is that? There's also the O2 right next to me. Like, you still call it the Millennium Dam?
Back search on the right.
Hello, it's Kim from the future. Parts of this vlog are definitely going to be voiceovers because it was such a long and noisy day that to capture everything and give you any information about Adobe Max would have just been absolutely impossible. So I filmed all these clips with the idea that I would just do a bit of a voiceover to give you an overview of the day. We started the day with a 2-hour-long keynote which went through each Adobe app individually and showcased their updates, some cool features, new things. It was very heavy on AI as well, using Adobe Firefly. I'm not sure how I feel about that, and they were kind of pushing it. The session also ended with a keynote talk from somebody from a marketing company that created their own marketing company, who used quite a lot of video and stuff, but I think by that point everybody was just wanting to stretch their legs and grab a drink. It was really cool seeing some of the things that the apps can do and different ideas for workflows. I definitely picked up a few ideas from this. And yeah, whilst 2 hours does seem quite long, there was a lot of information jam-packed into it. Like I say, it was for every single Adobe app. So there was your standard desktop apps and the mobile apps like Express and Lightroom Mobile and stuff. So it was very interesting, and if you do go to an Adobe Max in the future, I definitely suggest sticking around for the whole of the keynote and getting some inspiration and some information tools that you might not realise exist within the apps and that you don't use in your everyday workflow. And that's one of the things that I got from the whole day actually, is changing up my workflow from the new tools and stuff, so very interesting. When it was finally over, it was refreshment time, lunch. Hi! We are just trying to grab some food. Many years ago, Nikki, Rachel and I used to run little charm workshops based on some charms that we each drew and then I laser cut. We used to hold these workshops in London when we used to go regularly, and I think the last one we did was about 6 years ago, and we did it at West Elm. So we decided to run a little workshop for ourselves with some special Adobe charms for the day. After the lunch break, we headed to some smaller breakout talks, which were held in this silent disco style because they'd broken the large room into smaller rooms, so several talks were going on at once. The first talk I went to was by my friend Liz Mosley and Bart Vanderveel, and they were discussing using CSV files and combining different Illustrator and Photoshop files for an efficient workflow, and Liz presented a really good use case for this. I also got to spy on my friend Nikki doing an Adobe Live, which was tons of fun.
Very nice trophy there. Ooh, I didn't make it, by the way. It's made by proper folk.
Oh, this is so nice. Thank you. That'll be my train snack.
Oh yeah,
on the way back. Thank you. The next talk I went to was by James Barnard, where he was talking about how to navigate social media as a designer. I've been following James online for quite a while now and love his tutorials, love his way of presenting things on social media, so I was really interested to see what he had to say here. And he gave me some brilliant ideas of how to kind of present my work and still keep myself as a human being instead of just a designer. I always struggle with how much of both sides of me to share on social media, and a lot of this just solidified what I'm doing. And then I went and got a cookie. These cookies were amazing. Between the last couple of talks, we ended up running a little workshop for some of our friends at Adobe who also loved our charms. The final talk of the day that I went to was Andy Lambert and Liz again. They were discussing how to work with Adobe Express collaboratively. I found this so interesting, and I will definitely be using this for my clients because it just seemed like the perfect solution for some of the social media templates that I design for people. I can add them to Adobe Express and we can have a collaborative folder, and I can lock things down so that they can't break them. It's just going to be perfect for client work. When this was finished, I had a glass of wine and swapped some stickers before it was time to leave Adobe Max for the day. It was such a long and fun day, and I'm still kind of absorbing all the information that I took in. Let's go back to on the day, Kim, to say goodbye.
That is me done at Adobe Max. I'm not sure how much footage I managed to get today, but I'll probably do a voiceover for most of it. It was a very loud and very busy day. And good to catch up with some friends, see some new features in the Adobe apps. I'll do a voiceover and I'll show you my journey home, but you probably won't hear me talk again. So thanks for watching. Bye.